Hey, what's up YouTube? Chris Sider here. Really happy to have you. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most asked questions that I get, and that is, what do I do if my ex finds someone else during the no contact rule? But first, if you haven't already, please stop by our website, www.exboyfriendrecovery.com, and take our Ex Recovery Chances quiz. It's a simple 2-minute quiz I put together designed to help you understand what kind of chance you have of getting your ex back. You can simply find that quiz by visiting our website or looking in the description below this YouTube video and clicking on the link there. Let's get started. So let's tackle the big 800-pound elephant in the room. Is it possible that if you do a no contact period on your ex that they will find someone else? Yes, it's possible. It's one of the risks of doing the no contact rule. So what I'd like to do for you today is put together a video to prepare you for this potential outcome, so you know exactly what you're supposed to do to get your ex back in that particular situation. So the first thing I'd like to tell you is don't panic. This is a lot more common than you think. Now, when you're looking and dedicating your life to the study of breakups, you tend to have a few interesting theories on why people break up with each other. Now, one of the most prevailing theories that I'm trying to kind of put my weight behind is the fact that people will break up with you when they think they can do better than you, when they think there's a better alternative out there than you. So what you see a lot of times is that if your ex broke up with you and they specifically stated, or you can look at their situation or their words and match it with the fact that they think they can do better than you, they could potentially go on a lot of dates after the breakup. Now, this is further compounded by the fear that if you do no contact, you can't go in there and defend your territory. But I think this is the wrong way to look at the situation. What do you think you're going to do any different to prevent them from going out on dates? There's nothing, especially if they think they can do better than you. So the only thing you can do is kind of sit back and stack the odds in your favor while he goes out and kind of makes a fool of himself. We'll talk about that in a minute. So what do we do? What do we do if we're doing a no contact period on our ex and he's dating someone new? Well, this can be kind of controversial, but the first thing I think you should do is embark on a 45-day no contact rule. Now, you may be sitting there and thinking, but doesn't that give him too much time to, kind of get with the other girl? Yes, it does. I know it sounds kind of weird, but think of it like this. When you go through a breakup and you start dating someone new, you're gonna embark on what's called the honeymoon period, this magical time where everything's lollipops and you live in Candyland. Now, the mistake I see a lot of women making is approaching him and trying to get him back when he's undergoing the honeymoon period with the new girl. That's a super huge mistake, because all you're gonna do is be a sort of force that unites the two of them closer together. My God, your ex is freaking crazy. She's trying to get you back. That is what you want to avoid. So the smarter thing to do is give them time to come off and down back to reality, so they're not in the honeymoon period when you start to make your move. Now, I suppose this would require me to talk a little bit about the science of the honeymoon period. So what you maybe don't understand is that, when you're going through a honeymoon period, your body is producing all sorts of chemicals that are a little out of whack, right? That's what creates this feeling of love and this feeling of, wow, this is like the greatest thing ever. So what you really need to do is, naturally, your body will start regulating the chemicals back to a normal level. That is when the honeymoon period ends. That's when we're no longer looking around and seeing candy and lollipops in Candyland all the time. That's the time to make your move. But what move should you make? Well, that's where something called the being there method comes into play. Now, if you don't know the being there method, it's something that my wife and I came up with that has seen incredible results. So the being there method works pretty standard like this. You are just going to become a constant force in your ex's life. You're not going to overstep any bounds. You're not going to try to break him and the new girl up. The idea is you being a force will be enough to intimidate that woman so that she kind of acts a little erratic and he starts to look at a situation in a little bit of a clearer perspective, to where he's truly going to be comparing her to you. And that's what you want to have happen.